Well, welcome back to another episode of corru.observer. It is I, Koi, the Knight of Iron, and today we're going to be breaking right in. We got a lot done in the last episode of this, and I'm looking forward to seeing what we're going to get up to today. I have two options. There is the uncosm. Oh, hi. If it seemed empty, that is because the furniture thought forms were consumed. Sorry. On the dual vessel? We can fix it later. It'll grow back, right? Isn't that how it works? Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, we got an explanation for why it seems so empty. So that's kind of nice. So my two options here are basically... let me try to remember. I wonder if I can... anything new is in here. I can't go to the depths down here, but we've got some unprocessed things. Maybe we actually can fix the furniture later, and that's what that's gonna be. The embassy. So the embassy is one thing we could look at. But also there's an entity in the uncosm. Probably not. I'm choosing to not believe. Or, sorry, I'm choosing to believe it's not the entity that's been helping me. That I'm seeking to... that I'm trying to go after to delete. But I think, like, as soon as we do whatever at the embassy, then maybe I'll go tackle that, because I kind of want to see the embassy. No one's seen the embassy. It's been a second since I played, so I might get a little lost as I try navigating around. I mean, I think we gotta go to the cities? No, they're waters. Because, yeah, the original embassy... Oh, hi. Oh, shoot. Are you a fun friend, or are you someone else? Pilot Sis? Hello, interloper. Proxy friend. Oh, you're the proxy because I don't have my network signature. And this is a membrane incision because of the... it's what the other one left. Maintenance appendage connected to central assistant. So you're a connection. You're a proxy for fun friend. So that you can delete. Not right now, please. Okay, no greeting. Difficult to speak through proxy. Okay, sorry. Conducting membrane reviews. Be on your way. Alright. I kind of wanted to see the embassy first anyway. I don't know if I actually can't proceed or what. But... hello? Oh no, that's my vessel. Okay, I get it now, I get it now, I get it now, I get it now, I get it now. I get it now! To the embassy we go! We're gonna see... I think this is, like, metaphorically what it looked like and not actually what it looked like, if I remember. The performance. Velsley, God cackles with delight. Goodness gracious. I wonder why that is. Oh, let's go inside. Whoa. Hold on. What, are you also noticing that the letters are shaking around a lot here? Can we translate them? Dude, this is the most dense thought form I've seen in this thing yet. Like, this is pretty intense. What year was your mind spike from again? Are you sure it can handle this? 2052. Oh, I kind of assumed we were in the 2050s, but if it's possible that I have an older model, then again, we might even be like... even further into the future. Although it was like 20, 30 years since this wreck crashed. So maybe it's not a ton. I don't know. I mean, it's not really my business, but I'm going to trigger quality selection just in case. Attention, please select default rendering quality. Note, quality can be changed within system menu. Note, regular, all entities rendered, animated platforms. Note, low, renders only memory stream necessary components. Note, selecting low enables reduced intensity. Toggle within system menu. Oh shoot. Well, it's really emphasizing that I can switch between them. I guess regular runs less of a risk of me being, I guess, overloaded. I know Mind Spike has an emergency eject, as I've learned, so this is gonna be interesting. We're gonna go regular. I can believe it. Default quality set to regular. Yeah. Okay, so each of these is registered as 4 different ones. This is the most dense thought form I think I've ever seen. They have such a strange way of storing data. Okay, about the embassy. I have a question about the embassy. Well, I'll do my best. About Obesk. Is the embassy still around? I think I already know the answer to this. The embassy that I assume is from these memories is probably the one that later collapsed. I don't know why it collapsed. Maybe it collapsed when we found whatever, or I say we as if, I mean Akazit. When Akazit and the crew disappeared in the depths, you know, or whatever. Maybe it collapsed then, but I know it got rebuilt, right? And there's one that stands today, even though I assume all the Obesk left. There is an embassy, but it ain't this one. This one collapsed, like it completely melted. Nobody really knows why. That's when the Obesk started closing up. Stopped sending out visitors to cities. FBX contacts made themselves sparse. FBX? Huh. It was a whole thing. And the ocean around the embassy hasn't really been the same since. It has to be connected to whatever this crew is. Like, they disappeared. Maybe the Obesk realized something and they left? Whatever called them here, whatever it was that was on Earth that called them here was also somehow them here. And so that's why they were looking for it here. Because they were looking for them here. We as humans are similar to, and are cousins to the Obesk, which could be a coincidence or could be related to, again, the fact that this alien species at all is like, we are here. Like, it could be just related to why Earth even, like, anything from Earth even called them to begin with. So either they learned some truth, or there was some sort of twist. There's some sort of, either way, there's some sort of twist to what they found about the call that changed everything. And that is what I'm trying to figure out in my head. Ocean around the embassy hasn't even been the same since. Well, thank you. Can I scroll down? I can't go down. I can't go left. I can't go right. I can't go up. Okay, but this is dense, you said. I kind of want to... So this is system management, right? General quality is low or regular. I mean, regular is fine, I think. Let's see what this is. Oh, maybe it's not fine. Or, because the purple? Let me just examine this. Prohibitive incoherence. Destination exceeds incoherence threshold. Recommend repair. What do you mean destination? Recollection discovery. Alert, contiguous stream. On recollection end. Reset stream to start. Inherited context, the last good gaze. Oh? Gaze at what? I feel like, gosh, I was just editing my episodes. I feel like the word gaze was mentioned once, and I forget under what context. Prohibitive incoherence. Non-renderable prohibitive incoherence. So this is a recollection that I can experience. Let me real quick just see. Attention, default quality set to low. This doesn't change anything gameplay wise. Is this literally just like my graphics? I'm just gonna keep it at regular. And you know what? On recollection end, reset stream to start. So like, if I live through this memory of the embassy, by the end of it, I can just relive it again. Also, I love the little, I feel like these are almost like constellations in the sky. Let's experience this. This feels like a ship with furniture. Actually, it just feels like a room in general. My consciousness resumes. Okay, this is Akazet. The rejuvenation chamber opens, and from outside flows the glow of the embassy's cystic glass. Oh, of course, yeah, it's the embassy. And of course they made it like this. Through the distant dull contrivance, I feel another gaze has begun. Like a year? Right, it's a time period. Okay, that's what I remember now. Numerous within eyes. I don't remember how long that is. Interesting that you can feel another gaze beginning. Through the dual contrivance. That's like the wormhole you took to get here. Okay, are we in a chamber right now? Emerge from the chamber. Oh. There's Akazet. Although again, Moth tells me this is not what Akazet looked like. But I kind of wonder if it's more like this is like their signature Or just like a form you took in Corru, you know what I mean? Something like that. So I'm not really that worried. This is accurate as far as I'm concerned. I clamber out the chamber, my coup body refreshed. It feels the same as it did after my ascension. Ah, so right, like, yeah, after ascension. A rare, lovely feeling, as though I could twist it into any shape. Could you, though? Are you, like, actually shape-shifting species? It feels like you could with, right? As I understand it, the Obesk are basically just, like, humans, but with, like, armor. But, like, the armor is living, kind of, right? But I have work to do. A focused meeting of my call research initiative is approaching. And a fine occasion it is. We have some particularly unique equipment this time. Oh no. Is this gonna be before the... Uh-oh. I was about to say the crew that disappeared? I must assemble the team, then we may begin. Off to work. Am I... Okay, so... By doing this... What the... Okay. Okay, sorry, I was using my keys. Can I... Akizitesh, yeah. Examine. So I'm like... This thought form's like in the third person somehow. Oh, whoa! Reconstructed signature context. So this is like her signature, I think. Responsive thought form. Explicit purpose recollection locus. Reconstructed signature context. Vasnian surrealist influence. Ethnic implication. Origination from continent Vasni. Oh, so you're Vasnian. Okay. Mark of Ultosny. Oh, it's like your home. A Vasnian cave city. Okay, okay. Vel receptors curled. Is that what these are symbolizing? Cast. Partial meaning lost due to damaged context. I thought you were a coup cast. Cousinly eyes. Yeah, wait, hold on, look up here. Cast, partial meaning lost due to damaged context. Well, we can only guess. Cousinly eyes, I just think they are cool. Is this literally like an avatar to you? When you say cousinly eyes, are you like actually imitating, you like just human eyes? Self-designed signature. Yeah, this is their signature. That's why they look like this and not like they do in the real. Quality regular. Quality low. Whoa. Okay, sorry. I'm spamming the chat with this. Okay, how do I move forward? Oh, I move forward like that. Whoa, it's like a room. This is trippy. Okay. So I feel like I'm like moving around with her signature. So I keep saying her and she sometimes. I don't think they've said that, but either way, they are very cool. I want to see this chamber. It's just gonna be a recollection of it, right? Unresponsive, recurring scenery. Offering the comfort of sleep, even in death. Implies altered living state. Yeah. What is that? Nope, that's a Kizitesh. Hold on. I thought I could... Never mind. This is just a container. Recurring scenery. This. Veilclite. Unresponsive thought form. Recollection. These lights have a nostalgic Veilc parasite design. It's a food. A ripe fruit. Why did it have the word parasite in it, though? Wasn't that a game that your Glavicus was playing? Parasite with the pilot cyst? Veilc. Okay. Veilclite. Fascinating. It's like a lamp. Face stand. For place... Rest... Okay, I was gonna think like for resting your face. But no, it says restore a larval face when the flesh nostalgia strikes. Oh, so you can actually just take on a human face again. That's not freaky. Cyst cluster. Can I like actually like turn around fully? I want to see this. Caustic stand? I have no caustic. I simply enjoy the unoccupied display. This is like a lot better of a memory than what we've had so far. I guess it's densely packed with info. Translation failed. Cause no equivalent internal meaning. No relevant inherited context. Romanization successful. Well, it's for a caustic. If we ever were to have one. A collection of this and that managed by a central monitoring cyst. So we got a big cyst in the middle managing a bunch of other cysts. Some of these look like they could be the personal memory cysts that I'm literally accessing all of this through. Clothing storage. Do tell me about clothing. Never mind. It's just clothing storage. What did I expect? Velk light again. Okay. I think that's everything. Let's continue onward. Oh my goodness. I get to actually like walk to the embassy. Oh yeah, and I remember some embassy characters, I guess, memories, like the visuals are wrong. And so they've been reconstructed using their digital signatures, I think, which is interesting because who is that? So this is like a purple pod, which is mine. Okay, hi. Well, not mine, but Akizitesh. Who are you? Attendant? Common and utilitous appendage of the grounds mind. Esteemed title. Administrative position. Partial translation. Inherited description. Generated noun. Okay. So you're part of the grounds mind. Are you like the ones who work here? Why do you got devil horns? Are those your receptors? Are they located somewhere else on your signature? I approach the attendant drone. It is faceless at the moment. So it regards me with a simple stare. It's a drone. Speak with grounds mind. The grounds mind, please. Of course. The drone straightens and a connective ripple passes through its skin. And now it's gained a face. Our grounds mind symbol is formed over its faceplate. Okay. Hello, Hello, Vakoa. Akizitesh, speak. Time stopper? I appreciate you affording us the time stopper. Does it stop time? Please don't tell me you don't have the power to stop time. How long was it again that we have it? Originally, you had it for only a few gazes. However, as of a few winks prior, it is indefinitely in the care of the Call Initiative. Okay, cool. So this is definitely one of the equipment that we're using. The schedule has shifted due to materials no longer needing an upcoming simulation. Once another initiative has need of it, it will be transferred. Really? We moved quite a bit of sistery to accommodate it. And still only the top barely fits in the room. Is this a request to have it removed past use? This can be arranged. Post-use, sorry. No. The cysts were not vital, and this may be a boon. It does shorten our meetings and plans by orders of magnitude. If it becomes a bother, I will reach out again. Okay. So this is equipment. That is all. Excellent. Farewell. The drone disconnects from the grounds mine and stands still once more. Okay, cool. Can I go? It is locked. Thank you. Akazet, are you just talking to yourself? It is locked. It is locked. It is locked. Yeah. Video game protagonists when they can't get into any room. Okay, there's a person here. Are they also a drone? Hold on, I want to see. I assume this one at the end that I can't get into is our lab. That's why Akizitesh would remember it. Let's see. What is this? Oh, it's for a first-person view. I see. Okay. Good to know. Jut Ku. Altered signature. High incoherence detected. Extremely low cohesion. Hi, interloper. This is Fun Friend. I have to improvise for these ones. They were totally incoherent. Sorry. Okay, you just have to make. You just made up what this person looked like. Thank you, Fun Friend. I appreciate you as always. Let's. Oh, I'm just examining. Oh, wait. Do you seriously have no data whatsoever? Can I seriously not even talk? Okay, cool. Just totally made up. Got it. Anything else I'm missing then? Probably not. Everything seems locked. Let's talk to your boss. There are so few distinct thought forms here. And again, it could just be one part of the embassy. Yeah, about the embassy. You know everything, I feel like. About Obelisk. Weird looking Obelisk. Why did the Obelisk look like that? This might just be their digital signature, is my thought. Well, Fun Friend said visual data was totally gone, so we had to use cached network signatures from the collective, which I guess is like something like their internet. I've talked about it a few times in old interviews, particularly when they first got access to our internet. Oh! Oh, did they? Uh-oh, they got access to our internet. Uh-oh, is that why? That's why they all disappeared and left. Wait, I figured out the whole... Game over, I figured it out. Looks like they had a lot of fun coming up with stuff. Yes, it does. What is a cal stick? Would you know? Let's talk about the grounds mine, because that seems like a organization almost. The ones in charge. Oh, you don't know? It's pretty cool. Basically, they assign someone to be the grounds mind of major structures. They connect to this gigantic cortices that's hooked up to the walls, and they kind of just control everything. It's like they become the building. Okay, so who's the grounds mind, and why won't they let me into these would the grounds mind be able to let me into these other locked things? Honest, do you even need a key, or is it just up to the grounds mind of the building? That's actually cool. Grounds mind, like the mind of the grounds. That's cool. This is cool. Sounds familiar, right? That idea ended up inspiring the whole mind spike industry. Yeah, tell me how the mind spike industry happened. I almost feel like there's something fishy with that, but maybe I'm looking into that too much. Oh, whatever. It's one of those little bits of history that gets forgotten all the time. I see. Gosh, this is so unrealistic. We would just find aliens, and then people would just not care to remember how their society worked? How much did we even get to learn about them? I guess, like, it seems like in this world, people just got used to there being the Obelisk. But that doesn't mean you, like, stop caring? I don't know. What is a cal stick? You're not gonna know. I have absolutely no idea. Sorry. That's okay. I expected that of you. Perspective swap. Yeah, tell me about that. Why can't I swap perspectives? Isn't this a memory from Akazet's POV? Wait, you couldn't swap before? That's a stock feature. It's part of the FBX patch. Huh. I guess the other spatial thought forms must have been too unstable. Maybe they'll get that too once Fun Friend gets to them. That'd be nice. Okay, thank you. No, nothing's else on my mind. Nothing's else on my mind. To the lab we go. There's gotta be the lab. Is it my vessel? Hold on. It's perspective swap. What the hell are you? Oh, you're a person. This is your avatar. Oh, goodness gracious. Jut Ku. Oh. Okay, these were totally incoherent. I see, I see. So you're just a type of person who are just around? I see. And what are you? Moo friend. Elevator! You're a living elevator! One of many within the flesh of the embassy. Hi, Kistash! Where to? Let's go to the recreation first. The lower away recreation home, please. Okay! The path I took to the relocator seals. A moment later, a new hallway opens in place of the old one. Have fun! Thank you! Alright. Cool. Let's go out here. What the hell? Hello. Hello. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's stuff in this corner. Yep. I can see why perspective swap would be nice. I'm just like running around now. Click, click, click. Boop, bop, bop, bop. There's someone here. Alright, let me actually calm down here for a second. A lot of people. So I assume Jutku is not like even a name. It sounds like just a type of a person who's around. So this is for recreation. Is this for like, is this like a bar? Yeah. This is the dance floor? TV? This is the... I mean, we got containers here. Storage? Oh, hi. Can see you there. And we got chairs and stuff here. Yeah, okay, this is cool. You have anything to say? I'll probably be able to talk to like one person here. Turku. Okay. Different type. They're not a Jutku. You're a Turku. Okay. That's fine. No worries. Hold on, I just want to see what's behind you. Listener. It's like a microphone? Attentive sentinels to heed the call. What does that mean? Why? What do you mean heed the call? Like do what it says? Kivku. Okay. Yeah, basically everyone. There's not really no one left. Kazki. Okay, wait, that's different. And Bosco. And this is a window. A window into what though? Like the outside? A mind's eye to share. It's not a window into that, that's for sure. Kazki, yeah, actual person, finally. Vaznian surrealist influence. Also comes from Vazni. Tear receptors. So it is a cast. Fungal stylization. Separative Ku body representation. Externally designed signature. Collaboration work of Kozazny native Gaverikanesh Jut Zakari. Okay, so like so someone else designed it for you. That's cool. That's cool. See, my profile picture is commissioned too. Join the chat. I should have checked who you were first. I'll check after. Bosco and Kazki idle near the inner wall, their chatter drowned out by the numerous others nearby. Kazki's branched receptors gesticulate as wildly as her hands while she speaks to Bosco. Oh, they do have, genders then. His focus lies mostly upon the window, observing the cousin's research vessel. Oh, so wait, we are looking outside. Oh, wait, I see the shape of the vessel outside now. Yeah, so it is just a window. Her tail becomes more distinct as I approach. Okay, so, Kazki's the one on the left. So I said, it is because my larval form was Tur, and I told him of the function that entails. Okay, Tur, that's a cast, or is it? Okay, it is a cast. Okay. Does cast, gosh. I will never understand, I can't understand this. I even talked a little about that story from the Kazazny excavation. You know the one, when I was first starting working there? Vosnian Cave City, home of Kazki, known for fungal farms. Oh, that's why you got fungal stylized. Oh no. And while I was saying these things, my fun friend was attempting to warn me about something, but I kept talking. And then when I was done, I checked to see what it was, and it was telling me to stop. He was apparently expressing terror on his face, as though I might drench him in acid at random. Bosco chuckles and rolls his receptors slightly. He looks from the window at Kazki, witnessing my approach incidentally. Ah! Hi there! With another little receptor gesture, Kazki turns to face me as well, delighted. Hello, Akazet. Hi, Akazet! Hello, my friends. What was that about? I cannot contain my curiosity. Kazki's stories, even if hyperbolic, are always entertaining. What was that story you were telling, Kazki? Her branch receptors fan outwards excitedly. Ah, I was in the nation of Australia recently. Oh? Australia, eh? Good day, mate. For the Polygonation Spire meeting, you see. Ah, yes, the Polygonation Spire meeting. It went well, but my contact was curious because he had not seen a once Tur before. And so we had a number of questions unrelated to the construction approval, mostly about my receptors. Which, by the way, the construction was approved. Through some giggle of Valzi, it occurred to her to share the events of her early larval work. A miracle of nature? What? Something like that. Act of God? The Kazazny excavation story. Of course a clueless, bright cousin would fear for their life after hearing that. Ah, I see. That's what was happening. That's what the fun friend was saying to stop. Interesting. It was in good nature. He found it funny after I explained away his fears. I say this with a deep respect, Kazki. With how much you share so readily with the cousins, With how much you share so readily with the cousins, your diplomatic successes always come as a surprise. Anything happening? My friends, what news do you carry? For yourselves, of course. We have the eminent focus to share our works. Bosco peers into the estimation of the window. Like I love this. With technological implication, partial translation implied closest functional equivalent. Okay, so it's not just like a regular window. I knew it wasn't, but it is. We are looking at the vessel with it. Also, do you got something here? No, it's a circle. Outside of our works, I have been observing the creatures of the water nearby. A few dispatched golems with relays, like drones, sort of, robots. Or I guess I don't know. Unless you literally mean the water creatures. Here, look at this. See how they form great organized clouds? Bosco reaches into the window, disrupting the display to pull a connective cyst from its internal dock. Yeah, reaches into the window to pull a cyst from its dock. He affixes it to his closest receptor and adjusts the display to a recollection. A memory instead. The window's colors ripple until they fix upon a mental projection. It is as he says, a cloud of impeccably oriented water inhabitants. Oh, like fish! That's what you're talking about, right? Like underwater fish. Big schools of fish. How do they do it? Remarkable. And I am not the sole observer of the bright world's creatures among us. Among us? Bosco returns to the connector between the window surface. The image soon dissipates. That's a pretty cool thing you can just do, just show your memory. It's definitely more of a display than like a window. He gestures towards Kazuki teasingly after a moment's silence. Bosco. Although, she is taking a more live approach. Bosco! Her receptors curl into themselves like balled fists. Fine, fine. It is an experiment I am doing, Akazit. Well, sort of. On my trip to Australia, I found this little creature skittering around on a window. So I looked closer, and it had 8 legs, vibrant stripes, and many large eyes. And it was staring at me. A spider! You saw a spider. Oh goodness, an Australian spider. According to a random internet search, there are an estimated 10,000 species of Australian spiders. So that doesn't narrow it down at all. It even had armored skin, just like a cave keeper. Oh. Inherited description generated now. And I thought, how cute, and I wanted to keep it. With how emotionally she waits her words, it is like she expects me to say she should put it back. Oh, that's fun. You did keep it. So she made a cavity in her head. What are you? I am getting to that. So I went to pick it up, but it leaped into my hand, like it wanted to be with me. But by this time, some bright cousins were coming to see what I was doing. So I excused myself and went back to my vessel. And I realized there's no life support in our vessels. So if I wanted to keep it alive, I had to think with my head. So you hollowed out your head and are keeping it in an air pocket? Exactly. Do you want to see it? My receptors droop slightly and I chuckle exasperatedly. Bosco finds my reaction very funny. Indeed, this is both a problem and solution that only a once-ter would come to. What's that supposed to mean? Once-ter? Before us, pre-ascension, you were a ter? Isn't that fungal related? Interesting, I'm learning. Of course I do. Kazuki dips her head forward, the features of her face melting away and the color of her skin fading to transparency. It is empty, clear as the bright cousin's glass, containing only a spacious spherical cavity. I tilt my head from side to side, even adjust the accuracy of my eyes, but do not see it. At least not at first. But then it is there, sitting suspended on barely visible strands of its own creation. Interesting. Oh, a web! It's making a web. Alert! Memory of arachnid detected. Render? Yeah, let's remember our arachnid. It looks at me. I like that. That's a clever way for the player to opt into seeing a spider in case you have arachnophobia. It looks at me, then raises its 4 legs and waves them both from side to side. I imagine this is some sort of threat. I can see why you chose to keep it. Koski replaces her facial features, pulling her head back. Such a life in its little eyes. Well, that's interesting. Our focus approaches, by the way. If you guys didn't know. How about the call? Are you prepared? Do you have any topics to bring? They both dip the receptors affirmatively. Yes! Good! Report to the signal chamber when you're ready. I arranged for the time stopper to be used this time, so it will be quick. I wish I knew what that was. Excellent. We will be there shortly. You go ahead. Alright, I will go ahead. I have no choice but to. Also, I'm curious about your avatar. Self-image intuited signature. Why bother? Self-designing takes too long. Extreme pressure Q body formation. Kiv receptors. It's a different cast. Interesting. And they're flourished. So, you just, is it just like your self-image? I'm confused. Can I look at just the window? A mind's eye to share. Yeah, that makes sense. You are just, yeah, you're nothing. You are probably nothing. These two seem like the most important ones of the room. You're just a Kiv coup. Yeah. Who are you? You're just another Kiv coup. Behind the bar, I imagine you're gonna be probably talking to, yeah, bar friend. Okay. Real quick, I think I got everything. Gosh, there's so much going over my head, but I mean, that makes sense after being thrust into such an alien society. I do like that I get to, like, look at my own thing. Can I act on myself? Think to self. I should check in with the team. Our focus approaches. Attempt to interact. I can attempt to interact with Akazit. Hello, Akazit? Can you hear me? Huh? Oh, I get it. I don't think it's gonna work. This memory is too coherent. If we had a way to, like, damage thought forms, maybe. But fun friend would be pissed. Damn. Darn it, I wanted to talk again! Although it was kind of horrifying when the Akazet memory realized that something very serious must have happened to Akazet. Okay. Hey, bar friend. A favorite from Vaznian and Ekavik regions both. Both are origination from a continent. So these are different continents. Ekava and Vaznia. Oh wait, hold on. There's a simulacra dispensary. A silly habit some carry even through death. Huh? Okay. Okay, because what are you gonna give me here? Acid? Sorry, not acid. I meant like what was it again that Akazit was surprised they had? Citrus. Yeah, maybe they have citrus here. The bar friend stands before a display of simulacra, or just simulacra. What are simulacra? It is rare that the urge to interact with it ever strikes me. However, this is one of those times. Another gaze upon this bright world. Yeah, you've been here a long time. It calls for an equally bright beverage. Bar friend. Hello, Akizitash. Orange juice. I knew it. Citrus. Okay, but this isn't obviously not a drink. This is simulacra. So it's like the experience of citrus. I'm confused. Orange. No translation required. Yes, orange juice. That is what I want. An exotic taste with a buzz of citric acid. An orange juice simulacrum, please. Okay. The bar friend extends a tendril to the orange simulacra display. It passes through the cystic wall like a hand through water, eventually producing a spherical cup with a glow of orange juice. Although real orange juice does not glow, but it evokes the glow of a ripe Selkie? Velk parasite food. Huh. Befitting the flavor. So is this more like an experience than a drink, is my guess. Here you go. Can I... Okay. Please enjoy. Thank you, bar friend. I can depart now. What do you look like with this? Hey, friends, can we drink together? Hello, friends. This is probably all the same. Yeah, this is all the same and nothing new. Alright, hey guys! I got an orange simulacrum. It's a delightful reconstruction of the bright fruit by the Materials Initiative. Also, it's just a reconstruction. Interesting. Sip Eulacrum. Ha ha ha. That's stupid. The simulacrum stays the same, the taste registers clearly. The brightness of it distorts my features and sends my receptors into a reflexive curl. Strong, but the citrus inspires a pleasant sensation. So this just happens. Okay then. Can I like give this to someone? I don't want it anymore. Okay. Well, let's get out of here. Where am I? Oh yeah, it's the elevator. I forgot. Hi, person in elevator. Hi, Kizitesh. Where to? Personnel. Oh, that's why I couldn't. The path that takes the relocator seals home later to home. Okay, yeah. Okay. So this top hallway of this embassy that I have access to is just this. I see. That's why I only have access to the elevator, and then I only have access to my room because these are all personal rooms. Oops. Hold on, there we go. Oops. Hold on. There we go. Can I set this down somewhere? Yeah, because I also can just have low quality on. I wonder if that actually changes anything. Not really. Alright, time to go to call research, I guess. Enjoy your work. Thank you. Oh boy. You seem like a person, maybe? Gakfu. Yep, you're a person. You're an equivoc geometric influence with vowel receptors, curled angular stylization, self-designed signature. My real coat does this too. It is covered in fungus. Huh. It does that? That's kind of cool. How you doing, Gakfu? Gakfu leans against the listener, eyes distant. A false environment sits upon one of her receptors. When I approach and lean my head to either side, I cannot discern a logo upon it. I wonder, is it another surface simulation? She has a morbid obsession with them. Of course, this earns her attention. Hey there! Oh, you got a cyst on your head. And she gives me a jovial receptor gesture. Hi, Akazit. Ready for the focus? Yes! I was coming to ask you the same thing, actually. Do you have something? Oh, yeah. Tazik and I were tracking the call earlier, and she glances towards Tazik, who stares inward. Well, he found it, really. But there was a spike in the call. Oh, the call, right? A distinct break from the normal baseline. Very interesting. And what did you do? Have you seen him? He has fused his skin to the chair. I had to fetch all the archival cysts and feed them to the time stopper myself. Ah, with some help from Kavik, of course. I chuckle, and so does she, but I sense it is for a different reason. Do you need anything else? Otherwise I will be here until the focus starts. It pains me to do this, but I should probably bring up the complaint. A complaint with you? What is that false environment you have on? Ah, you see? I spy a strange subtle apprehension in her receptive movements. However, she quickly launches into a spirited description. This is one from my home. A skilled Veil Copper's memories. Gamified. So the Veilk march towards the weather wall, and you must leap from Veilk to Veilk while they grow faster. What the heck is a singular Veilk? Oh, we have names for this now? Surface fauna, foundation of entire ecosystem, enormous and endless. Okay then. Like mushroom to mushroom or something like that? While they grow faster. Or else you are subsumed beyond the air's border. By the gesticulations of her receptors and hands, it is as if she is trying to barter with me. That sounds terrifying. That is why it's so fun. You must try it sometime. There is a matter I must mention. Gakfu, you and I, we understand. However, the balance of work has Bosco. What? Did Bosco speak with her already? My confusion is laid bare and my receptors curl. Was it not him? I know it was him. He just has a problem with Ekvik. Oh, is he racist? I laugh and urgently wave my hands and receptors dismissively. She laughs too. I am certain she appreciates my understanding of the dry Ekvik wit. Oh, okay. You weren't serious. No, Gakfu. It does not matter who brought this to my attention. I know you enjoy your efforts here, and above all else, I know your ability to strike. But to certain others, it is not so clear, and with enough of these complaints, it will start to turn eyes towards me. So, for my sake, I pause to think of an elegant way to say this. At least pretend to look busy when you are in here. Gakfu rings her receptor smugly, knowing full well what I mean to say. Do not worry, I understand. Good. Okay. You have fun with that. I like you're fun. I like that. Attentive sentinels to heed the call. They just help us to listen, I guess. Okay. Who am I running into here? I cannot see you. Tazik! How's it going? Ekvik geometric influenced. Jut receptors, upward. Cousinly eyes. Their black pupils are striking. Self-designed signature. How are you doing, Tazik? Tazik sits in the terminal chair, connected by a receptor to the time stopper. The time constriction that gives the Grand Sis its name has not been activated. Time constriction. It's like a timer? It's a Grand Sis. But you're connected to it. He must be using it simply for its archival connections. I clamber over the curve of the time stopper to greet him. Hello, Tazik. I see his acknowledgement of me with a small glance. However, his focus is inward to the coruscistic vein. Tazik detests idle chatter, so I have to keep this quick. Are you prepared for the focus? Actually, is that what you have been doing? Yes. I am organizing the connected archival systs. Something very interesting happened barely a wink ago. Oh yeah, the sudden spike in the call? You will hear about it in the focus. Excellent. Is the focus just our name for meeting? Or are we doing something big? We will speak soon then. Farewell. Alright, Tazik. You guys are here now. Shoot, I remember your guys' names. Bosco, right? And who are you? Sorry. Sally. No, Kazki. Yep, Kazki. How you doing, Kazki? Ready to proceed, Kazki? Did you just do a pun on your own cast name? How does the pun work? Are you guys speaking in English? How does this work? 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 Oh no, immersion broken. Immersion broken. Absolutely. Also, I guess this does concern that Ku is pronounced similarly to Lu and absolutely. Absolutely. Common phrase, original pun untranslatable, generated alternate pun, retains level of wit. Okay, thank goodness. Immersion saved. Immersion saved, thank you. Because I hate when people do this. When it's like, what? Glad that the pun remained consistent though. Excellent. We will start soon. I assume I have to talk to this meeting here. Time stopper. I kind of I'm kind of running low on time, so I kind of want to just talk to everyone in here and then start the meeting after, or the focus. You look like you literally have human hair. Also, you're probably the last one here for us. What is this behind you? Summarizer? Preventative device for context switcher syndrome. Cyst cluster again. Collection of this and that managed. Okay. A seat. Time stopper. I'm examining this thing itself. The grandest system, the embassy. 1 billion mines in one. Okay, that's actually insane. I'm a bit scared of that. Kavik, it's you. Oh wait, were you the same Kavik who was speaking with the... I heard about from the interviews as well? We got Vasnian Surrealist Influence. Mark of Oltasny, just like me. Yeah, that's why we know each other, I think. Opposite. Jut receptors, backward. Self-designed signature. How are you doing, Kavik? Kavik attends to the archival cysts, occasionally affixing one to a stout receptor. The cysts are arranged in neat piles, sorted by the shade of their viscera. Though his regular upkeep ensures that none grow too dark or starve. He senses my approach and turns, cordially bowing his head in receptors. Hey, Kavik, I like your horns. Or your receptors, I should say. Also... Am I crazy? Or is your face like the same kind of smiley face that this smile guy always had? I don't think so. I think the eyes are different, but I can't help but check. Oh gosh, and because of how I'm recording this, you can see me scrubbing through my own footage. None of this is out yet. Yeah, no, you just have 2 eyes. I mean, the smile is remarkably similar, but I don't think it's anything. Why would Kavik be, have become that somehow? Gosh, but the smile, the specific angle of the smile, maybe. Akazet, great gaze. Likewise, my friend. What are you doing? I was just conducting maintenance on some of our older archives, and you definitely don't talk like it. I think I'm just being paranoid here. And reminiscing. Oh, the wild and Obeski-centric theories they used to toss about. There's this old one I've been running through, a joint theory by none other than Dolskovic and Azkavenesh. They call it the closed loop. Have you heard of it? Theories about what, though? Ah. Oh no. Of course I have. I should ensure he does not feel it appropriate to share this with the bright cousins. I feel that it was almost formed as a satire of the more outlandish ones from the early era, but there's something oddly compelling about it. Oh, sorry, do you have need of me? Our focus approaches. Anything happening? Kavik, my friend, tell me. What news do you carry? Have you been enjoying your role? It's not often that we have time to speak plainly anymore. I have! The oceans are truly mesmerizing. Nothing at all like home. You should see all the artifacts that the cousins have simply left to the water. And on our expeditions, so many little creatures come up to examine our vessels. Little fishies? Has Bosco told you about the one he has taken? For that moment, I heard an echo of larval joy in his voice. But in the subtle turn of a receptor, I see he feels he should not have said that. Bosco's taken one. A fish? That is fine, right? You heard that from a Velk's whisper, not me. Okay. Like, surface fauna, huh? Haha, it is perfectly fine. Well, the grounds mind says we should not, since the cousins could get mad, but I do not really care. Whoa, what about, have you ever heard of, animal conservation? Guys, we got some extinct creatures in here. We gotta, you can't just be taking, there's like laws about it sometimes. Tell me, have you contributed any more to the Life Pod project? What is this? Partial translation. No, not in some time. But I hear they recently succeeded in sending a grain back to Obeski. It is, of course, being held in deep quarantine, but that it worked is promising alone. What do you mean a grain? And what do you mean you're sending it back? Is this like teleportation? Is this how the Obesk all left? Even if the cyst itself was bigger than both of us combined. Remarkable. I must check in with them to see how they did it. As trade continues, I imagine that organic materials will be the next leap in relations. Oh, so it is actually transportation, but it's like a singular grain that they are capable of at this point in time. Interesting. If you find the time again, you should join the effort. Last I spoke with the team, they asked when they would see you again. Really? I should. I will check it again with them. All right, I'm not gonna ask this just because I'm very, like, I feel like the meeting's about to happen. I'm running out of time for my episode. I don't think this is gonna start the focus or whatever, but just in case it does, it's not, which means this is gonna be my last bit here. I think I'll talk to Moth if I remember to. So let's talk about the closed loop theory real quick. I love how this Kappa guy just has hair. I would prefer not to crush his investigative spirit, but these early theories carry less worth than wall rot. Okay. Especially Dulskvik's. Felsi's smile upon him. God bless him, I guess. Common idiom, subject entertains God with antics, religious implication. Yeah. Closed loop. Is that the time? Time manipulation! Yes, let me remind you. Dulskvik posited that one era, we learned to use the dual plane to traverse space four-dimensionally. And our future selves eventually discover the home of the Bright Cousins, but far too late to meet them. So, we create a contrivance just big enough to release a message to ourselves and signal its location. Holy, okay, wait. This is gonna, like, confuse me. So you're using the dual plane to traverse space four-dimensionally. I assume you can do that already three-dimensionally. Our future selves discover the Earth, but Earth is all dead, so they create a contrivance, which is a dual contrivance, just big enough to release a message to ourselves and signal its location. Oh, Kavik. I twist my receptors thoughtlessly, accidentally bearing my skepticism. Now, I know you must think it is ridiculous, and it is, especially as it goes on. But is it not inevitable at the same time? In our deaths, there is enough time to unravel any mystery, time manipulation included. Implies altered living state. Is that even, like, how well do you guys even really die? Actually, I should learn that, because I'm already suspecting Akazet and all of these people to be dead. What form do you take in death? Because that might be hugely relevant if you guys are dead, especially Akazet. Oh boy. First, I do not think Dulskvik understood the full implication of creating a contrivance inside a planet at that point. That was before the incident with the shared moon, you know? And time manipulation, if we ever were to manage it, the mistakes that created us and our world would be gradually undone to right old wrongs. Oh? The mistakes that created us and our world. Undone to right old wrongs. But we would never know what was happening, would we? It would just be. Okay, that implies a lot about the history of your world. The mistakes that created us and our world. I almost wonder if it was like human to a choristic revolution, everyone became Obesk type of thing. But that's all I have, lacking the context of everything else. Anyway, I will not seriously debate it with you. It's just a bit of fun. To be sure. Yes, of course. And you were not going to share this with any cousins, correct? I see the dejection even as he tries to hide it beneath an archival cyst. How joyless I must seem, such a terrible inversion of our youth. But I really would prefer not needing to fix another oversharing incident. Aki, I would not seriously entertain sharing this one. Did you really think that? I know I made an incorrect step, but Kavik, I trust you, be at ease. You know how I must be during these times. Do not feel at fault. Of course, no, I understand. Another little death to haunt me. That's just gotta be like, confusion or just general swearing. All right, Kavik. I don't know how to set this down. I can sip it. Again. Can I spill it? I know I don't think it's real, but I'd love to spill it. A billion minds in one. Okay, I have no idea where the trigger for this focus would start, but I imagine it could be related to that, otherwise we'll figure that out. And anyways, I did promise I would see what Moth has to say about this entire room, or anything. Moth probably has stuff to say. There are so few distinct thought forms here. Okay, I just have new questions, right? About the embassy. About Obesk. Team members still around? Are any of the team members still around? Because I know Akazet's crew died, right? Are any Obesks still around? I was under the impression they kind of left? No idea. I mean, people say they all disappeared, but honestly, like, all the Obesk pulled back. I wouldn't be surprised if they just went back home. Whatever happened with the embassy collapse completely spooked all of them. That's so weird, I see. Maybe time manipulation did happen. Or is happening. That feels like a weird bit of possible foreshadowing, but I have no idea. Anyway, I hope the game saves where I am, or at least I'll be able to get back here pretty easy. So, yeah, next episode, we examine the rest of the focus with this whole thing, I guess. And once we've managed all of this, we can go delve into the Uncosm to try and delete stuff with the help of Proxy Friend. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Farewell. And now, a word that's our sponsors.